Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and everything amazing Propagandacast with me, host Imperial Dane, the one and only Master Propaganda of it 1v1 on Road to Tunis. In the west stands Xandr, fighting here for America, freedom, democracy. He is setting up with the 82nd Airborne Division, tasked with securing this vital road and holding against a German assault being led here by Havoc, fighting for the Deutsche Afrika, the Fox's finest. Here setting out with the 10th Panzer Division here. We're off to the races with a triple Pathfinder start here. Xandr commits all the Pathfinders he can scrape together in the local vicinity. And we got Panzer Pioneer aplenty and Bersaglieri out here for Havoc, has even enrolled some local Italian troops. As always, a big hearty thanks to my patron supporters for the continued and generous support of the Propagandacast, allowing me to keep making all these wondrous and near magical videos. Their continued support is amazing, in particular since YouTube isn't always fully cooperative. So big thanks there. And as always, a big hearty thanks to the people who keep liking and commenting on my videos. Helps me, of course, to spread the video as much as possible as well there. So, we got a triple Pathfinder start here versus a Panzer Pioneer Bersaglieri start here. And Panzer Grenadiers here for Havoc. So it's going for one of those interesting starts we see with the Italian combined arms, where people just go for the Bersaglieri as a quick initial unit there and then fight with the regular troops. Well, regulars, but in a sense, it sort of mirrors a bit some of the awesome moments you'd occasionally see for the Wehrmacht in CoH3, where you get one awesome squad out just for that faster infantry, but then follow up with the regulars. So that's a bit of a fun one here. We also got the weapon support sent out here for Xandr, so fast 30 cal there as well, which is an interesting strategy that's also been slightly becoming more popular with some players because the 30 cal for the Americans got made cheaper. So there's a bit of a fun development as well here. Panzer pushing forwards. Up north, well here, Bersaglieri moving about. Panzer Pioneering as well there. Lots of action across the white front here so far, but yet any action to really transpire here. Popping into the nearby house here with the Panzer Grenadiers securing it and moving onwards. Once they're being secured, 30 cal they're advancing for Xandr. North here, Pathfinder's about to clash with the Panzer Pioneer. First shots fired here by the north end of the map here. Both sides deciding not to further pursue action, or perhaps no, decide anyways, but we can see the Xandr's holding the heavy cover, the Panzer Pioneer are not. 30 cal coming up the center here, we got a second 30 cal here for Xandr. And of course, going for Pathfinders, then backed up by 30 cals. This is an interesting strategy by Xandr because the Pathfinders are roughly comparable to Grenadiers in terms of combat performance, not quite, a bit below, but still roughly there. But then back up with 30 cals can sort of make up for their weaknesses that way. Plus, they get rifle grenades and smoke grenades and flares, so they can help compensate that way for the gap there. Panzer is pushing southwards here so far. The aggressive capping start here from Xandr, though Havoc is striking back here, heading vital supply nodes there to slow down the American allies, logistical advantage, which Xandr is clearly aiming for here to build up as rapidly as possible. Panzer goes to the Pathfinders here, Carnot TKs versus M1 Garants. Bolt action versus semi-automatic. Pathfinder suffered the first loss in the face of the mighty Panzer Grenadier. As the Panzer Grenadiers definitely outclass the Pathfinders. We've got a third 30 cal here for Xandr. That is a lot of heavy machine guns here. That's going to have to make things tough here for Havoc. At the same time, Bersaglieri rushes towards the fuel point here. Xandr renders it neutral right before Havoc can get onto it and prevent it from happening. Really nice play here. We got the light support company here with the fast support elements being unlocked already here though for Havoc. Likely looking to push up maybe machine guns of his own, or of course go for flak fueling. So already here, rapid action between the two sides once things start to show, say, hit the pavement. Up north here, Pathfinders to the Panzer Pioneer here. Shots being fired here across the north end of the map here. Who stands victorious? Likely looking like the Pathfinders here. The Panzer Pioneer by close, but the numbers are basically dropping now too rapidly to keep any kind of parity here between the two sides. So that means the Pathfinders will have to retreat here before Xandr, or Panzer Pioneer will have to retreat before the Pathfinders. And there you go, there's a wipe. Havoc there clearly lost sight here, or maybe miscalculated. Either way, there's a good wipe there for Xandr there. Definitely going to help slow down Havoc here in the current momentum. Pathfinder being pushed back here. 30 cal standing about. And what is this? We got the Panzer setting out here. Nothing further Havoc's spacey as of yet. He's operating with basically 3 units at the moment. Versus opponent with 3 Pathfinders and 3 30 cals. So that's in terms of, say, chessboard pieces to move about there. A bit of a difference, even if they're not equally strong. Again, the key point is that just Xandr is moving around a lot more pieces on the map currently, and crucially, some of his are very much higher capture speed here. So Havoc's definitely got to make this, pay off somehow soon, or Xandr very much could just seize the entire map You also got the MD-34, then the Panzergrenadier. Over to Havoc. North here, 30 cal being flanked by the Panzergrenadiers. He's definitely setting up for something here. Likely could be the flak feeling. Is his dream goal here that he has brought in an MD-34. Bringing a machine gun of his own here to meet the American with here, and there goes straight into it there. Flak feeling on the way as well here. Havoc definitely hoping to bring in some more heavier firepower to bear versus Xandr and the 82nd Airborne. Machine and Gewehr versus 30 cal here. Fuel pond neutral again. Very good fuel rush from here by Xandr. Once more hitting Havoc there. Word hurts. So a lot of back and forth here. We got the medical station up here, and we got the infant support sent up as well here for Xandr. Of course, Xandr is about to receive a bit of an unpleasant surprise here, though he's going for the motor pool. He's about to get hit by the flak feeling on top of the machine Gewehr 34, and of course the Panzer goes there. Pathfinder's been caught in a torrent of German lead, quickly falling into heavy cover. But the flak feeling has arrived. So there you go, that's a lot of flak there he can bring to bear against Xandr, who is of course going here for the utility package. Falls on the way there. There's some good MD-34 fire, and of course the MD-34 team. Heading over to the flak feeling, Bessier, they're supporting it. Hey Otto, yeah, these Italians, there's like really fast, aren't they? Yeah, when you point it out like that. Why can't our guys run like that? Well, our guys don't have to. We actually have some motor vehicles to move about, mostly. Anyways, troops being pushed back over the flak feeling of Bessieri. Up north here, Pathfinder's there. With 30 cal support, they're about to get threatened by the flak feeling. As it rolls in quite aggressively, Havoc striking for the fatherland. Ripping into the Pathfinder. Do get smoke here, though, in a nice maneuver here by Xandr. Thumbs up. Panzerjäger's following up here as well. Of course, clearly concerned about the one major threat here right now to his flak feeling, which of course would be a Chaffee. And I would not be surprised if that is what's going to happen very, very soon. In the south, the German troops are advancing with some success. Panzerjäger's moving up here the center in their lighter Schützen Panzerwagen. Flak feeling there as the Pathfinders. 30 cal moving forwards here. No bazookas as yet, but there you go. As protected, the M24 Chaffee light tank is on the way here for Xandr. Panzer goes there. Hold down behind heavy cover. There's the flak. Well, the Panzer is rushing in behind here to assist and save the day. Or at least attempt to save the day. Xandr is ultimately forced to withdraw his 30 cal there. Up north here, flak feeling roaming about there. Further up north, points being seized here by Das Vaterland. 30 cal taking southwards, fixing up the 250. Panzer's engaging the 30 cal there. Hold out in heavy cover, though. But it's going to be a bit tough, I think, without a MD-34 to provide further firepower. That could prove to be wrong. Flak feeling here catches Xandr on another attempt at the field point there, but this time Havoc is having none of this. Still, it is good here that Xandr keeps trying to mess with Havoc's fuel income. The more he can slow down, the better. We got nothing further out of the battle group yet here, the by for Havoc. We got the M24 Chaffee, a light tank out. Definitely a bit of a bugbear for the Deutsches Afrika Corps at the moment. And there you go, we got the armor-piercing ammunition here. Making it hard here for the Chaffee to fire back, or even follow up here. Providing a close effect, almost like stunning the vehicle, but not quite. So there you go, quickly and rapidly escaping here. Nice save by Havoc. Chaffee there getting a bit messed up here. Getting caught up here on the Panzer Nester. Which could allow here Havoc's Panzerjägers with that Panzerbuchse to finish it off here. And down it goes. Bit of an aggressive dive there, but Xandr won in this case, and ended up, you know, biting him in the arse. Definitely shouldn't, I think, dove into the base there. He probably just withdrawn here, but that is that. Meanwhile, we get airdrops here for Xandr. Could be paratroopers, could also be an anti-tank gun, and is indeed the anti-tank gun there, spotting the silhouette there on the ground there as it descends. 30 cal Pathfinder northwards, flak feeling being hauled back to the base for repairs. Fun fact, most self-propelled anti-aircraft guns in the Second World War were very much, you know, either mounted on trucks or half-tracks. The whole, you know, anti-aircraft tank was comparatively rarer. Fun fact there, by the way. Captain, there's the 250 half-track here. Pathfinder's pinned down. They even operated a few flat guns on actual cars. That was actually the Germans from North Africa who mount some of their larger cars with 2-cylinder flak 30s on them. Fun fact. Pathfinder's here, the corp with the 30 cal here. Panzer rushing at the Pathfinder. See, we got veteran squads with the Havoc. Thumbs up. Very good upgrade. If you've got a lot of infantry, you definitely want veteran squad leaders. Meanwhile, back at base here, of Xandr at least, we got, of course, all the right-hand side here of the paratroop infantry branch unlocked. No paratroopers yet, and certainly I do think Xandr would benefit a lot from some paratroopers, though I imagine at the moment his priority is probably going for another Chaffee. Here versus Havoc. Pathfinder's missing, presumed dead, which of course is the nice way of saying the Germans shot them. Back here, enforcing healing. South here, pointing seas. Got the Panzer as a captain here. 250 after, heavily damaged. El Capitan there routed. And there we go, another champion live for Xandr and the 82nd. Up north here, flak feeling, ripping into the 30 cal. M1 intention around here. Could take out the flak feeling. Then again, at these ranges, and this sort of shows hey, terrain here, there's a chance of flak feeling could actually take the entangle and clear out the crew here before the crew has a chance to get off like any serious shots here against the flak feeling. Definitely Xandr sending his M1 entangle here versus Xandr. And Havoc, I mean, and Havoc actually like being able to fairly well exploit it, but ultimately ends up not quite there. 250 after any repairs. We got some healing going on the base here. 30 cal they're holding out against the flak feeling, and there you go, another Chaffee out here for Xandr. Freedom, democracy.
Victory point is under enemy control now.
Setting forwards here, we got the flak feeling Panzers moving up here. American armor rolling headed through the dusty roads of Tunis. Flak feeling ripping to the building, masonry and such crumbling there under the heavy staccato fire of the flak feeling. Meanwhile, in the center, Panzers are being caught out in the open. Chaffee pursuing the flak feeling still will send. He's even calling in air reconnaissance here. Thumbs up. Makes it easier to like dodge any potential threats to his Chaffee and pursue the flak feeling more efficiently. Of course, still needs to be careful like not against close. There you go. Panzer's getting a few shots there through the sidearm of the Chaffee. Might even see a few more hits here. But this time, though, Xandr is able to get his Chaffee to safety and avoid getting chewed out by Patton. Up north here, Basile pushing back the Pathfinders. Panzer Pioneer being forced away here. Havoc, Xandr, bit back and forth here, but Havoc is starting to stabilize more in terms of map control despite his opponent having multiple Pathfinders. A lot of repairs going on here, and we got the Panzer Army Commando up here for Havoc. We'll have to see what happens next for Xandr. Could be more Chaffies, though. As the Deutsches Waffe call the Chaffee, of course, is an excellent choice. That probably should be toned it down a bit. Captain, there's the Panzer Grenadier. 30 cal here being flanking the MD-34. We got 372 with 391. Small lead here for Havoc over Xandr for the time being. Captain here being caught there by the Panzer Grenadier. Captain Bob Jones watching his men there getting picked apart by German Grenadier or Panzer Grenadier. Up north here, Chaffee there being supported by the engineers. Very good here. Panzer Grenadier sitting out in the 250 attack. Thumbs up. We got the flak feeling being fixed up. Panzer Armee Commando almost done here for Havoc and the 10th Panzer Division. Rolling in here, quickly disembarking the Panzer Gunners there. Great shot from the Entertainer there, though. Almost taking out the 250 after key, but Havoc keeps up the offensive. American position is far south here are being overrun here at a rapid pace, and Xandr is forced to take the only conclusion he really can, which is he has to retreat here before that machine gun becomes a machine and Gewehr. Holding up here with 30 cal there, Chaffee moving forwards in the southeast, skirmishing going on, flak feeling, firing everything it can at the aircraft there, the reconnaissance. And got it.
The enemy is moving on our strategic point.
Wow, I can't help but wonder if that wasn't a bit more than a reconnaissance aircraft. Hey Carl, yeah? We're a reconnaissance aircraft, yeah? Why do we have all this dynamite? Reasons. Anyways, Chaffee going for the base raid here. Bold move here by Xandr, and I like the way he just set us really deep flank here to go for the ambulance. Thumbs up. Here, meanwhile, the ambulance sounds like, oh, Scheiße, sie coming for us! So was verdammte Amerikaner und unser hatred of ambulances! And then, of course, he just leaves. His mission done. He returns to the shadows. Yes, the Ambulance Avenger. On Disney Plus on the afternoons. Anyways, flak feeling the 30 cal here. About to take out the 30 cal there. Good kill there for Havoc. Less so for Xandr. He's also going here for Greyhound. Kind of expect him to like commit to more. Chaffee's fast there. Go Panther Free with the flak filling combo. Striking at the Chaffee. Knocking out and getting the 30 cal here. Suddenly Xandr's little success to knocking out the ambulance looks a lot bleaker here. As Havoc strikes back here with the might of the Panzerwaffe. And now his Greyhound is certainly looking a little less great. Meanwhile, east side here, the assault continues. Flak filling up between the Pathfinders, of course, backed up by the Panzerkampfwagen 3 Ausführung L, ripping into the retreating Pathfinders. They're causing immense amounts of damage here. Not seeing another wipe here in Xandr. That's really going to leave Xandr now in a tight spot. We got some Inventors. We got the Breda 30s, further increasing the firepower, of course, of a good chunk of Havoc's infantry. And only making things more uncomfortable here for Xandr. That was a real swift turn there in just how things were going. The fortunes of war was initially looking like they're like in Xandr's favor, then suddenly, boom, Deutschland, gone. So, now of course for Havoc, he can soon fill up with more Panzer Thieves, which will only increase the chance here for Xandr. He keeps going for air reconnaissance, by the way. That's quite interesting to see there. Most American players, of course, don't even bother too much over there. Well, not do some, obviously do, but compared to, like, even if they do go for Airborne, like, they tend not to bother with that ability a lot there. But Xandr's, like, making great use of it fairly consistently here, so 2 thumbs up there. Just found with a bit of crucial intelligence there. 30 cal here versus the Panzerkampfwagen 3. Great shot there. Got this, another chaff moving up, back up the chain here. Havoc's Panzer Fee there. Could suddenly get a bit more ensconced in trouble in the south here. Panzergrenadiers versus the 30 cal there. Routed. The little advance thwarted there by America. Panzer Fee northwards here for Havoc. Can soon go for another Panzerkampfwagen 3. More shots being unleashed on the building. Xandr, though, he needs some repairs in both his tank and his Greyhound armoured car. And at this point, of course, he probably going to need more chaffies to really hit back. Like, at this point, he's kind of like in that situation where like you end up committing too much to like one thing, and you end up being like almost locked into it because you can't really afford to like spend resources anywhere else because you didn't save them up. I think, though, he can do it if he gets enough chaffies. I think he can sort of like, manage to like, attack up, maybe pull for something a bit bigger here. But we got Panthers here with a Breda 30s pushing back the Pathfinders in the south. And we got a Pack 38 out here for Havoc. Clearly, the threat of, chaffee swarms weighs heavily on his mind. For obvious reasons. And so he brings in the Panzerabwehrkanone 38 to further, shall we say, offset that potential fear. Thumbs up. It does kind of lay his Panzer fear. Of course, he could be planning, like, armoured reserve and something bigger. Though if not, he could also just gone for the Flak 36. Of course, some of you might say that's a bit overkill, using a Flak 36 for Chaffee. And of course, that's the point, isn't it? But anyways, up north here. Strike here by Xandr, hitting into the best area there. Could take out the one Italian unit here under Havoc's command there. Down to limited health here. It's just poor Luigi there. Covered in the marinara of his best friends there as they got utterly turned into giblets. Retreating there all the way back. Almost got him. Can Xandr score the what? Gets away, does himself obviously concerned about, being hit by all manner of nasty things here, and there you go. What's up with you, Luigi? It's terrible. Yeah, you got ketchup all over you. No, it's a Mario. No, it was a Mario. Ah, I see. Oh, what is this? We got a bombing run. We got a bombing run here from Xandr. He's going for it. Ah, got him. The MD-34 crew. They're ready for it. Most of them made it out of there except for poor Otto. And everyone else's trousers. Chaffee's running forwards here. Following up with that massive barrage here. We got the ground up north in pursuit of entertain their prime covering fire here. Gonna go for the flank of the Panther Fleet here. Catching now, Havoc deeply exposed here. There we go. It's a crucial counter swing here by Xandr at Havoc. The Panther Fleet there. Tried rapid fire, but it was too late. And it gets completely obliterated. Flak Feeling is on the scene, ace level, but it's a bit too late. Panzergrenadier, Panzerjäger's moving up here. Pack 38 at the back here. At least he's gonna get one of the chaffies. But I don't think that's quite make up for the loss of the Panther Fleet and the 250 after their, truth be told. Whew, that was intense. Panzers pushing forwards here. 30 cal setting up here. German infantry quickly moving in to occupy good salient ground. We got more air recons here. We got the air flak feeling there, just ripping away at the aircraft. Home to get some more of those Luftwaffe badges there for shooting down aircraft. If it can actually hit. Meanwhile, Chaffee in hot pursuit. We've got another Chaffee out. The Pack 38 is kind of ignored here by Xandr a bit boldly. There he goes. Almost got the flak feeling. Can he take it out? It's looking very likely here. Sliver of health left here in Havoc's flak feeling. Down it goes. And the 250's down as well here. But we got one Chaffee's about to get knocked out as well. We've got another Panther III arriving. Meanwhile, Pack 38, they're ripping into the retreating Chaffee there under Xandr's command here. Over to Xandr. 282 is 321 here. Some pretty brutal exchanges. And a lot of German equipment left burning in the hot sands. Well, also American equipment, truth be told. Rain on there, though, made it back. So is the Chaffee. Panzergrenadiers here. Virtually 2 ripping into the engineers. Not looking good here. And, of course, Xandr does the only thing he can, which is retreat in the face of such well-determined German firepower. Panther III crushing through whatever's left here of that eastern compound there. Pathfinders find themselves out in the open. Bessieri pushing forwards there. Entertainment's ready. We've got another carpet bombing run. He's going for it again. He's trying to take out that Pack 38. He couldn't take out the Panzer III. Oh, no, he gets out there in time. I think Xandr went a bit too quickly on it. No, he gets the Bessieri and the palm trees. Good golly. Up north here, M30 cal there. Panzerjäger fell down. We got the Panzer III moving in. The Panzerkampfwagen 3 als Rangel. One of the last models of Panzer III before they stopped producing them entirely, featuring a higher velocity 50mm gun. The last few models would involve up-armoring the Model L, creating the Model M with armored side skirts, but also extra added frontal armor, and finding the Model N, which would see the 50mm gun replaced by a 75mm gun, similar to you used to see in the Panzer IV command tank. But even after that, it just was insufficient, and so they would stop producing Panzer IIIs and shift all Panzer III production towards Stug III production, even converting some existing Panzer IIIs into Stug IIIs. Fun fact. Very fun fact. Chaffee's withdrawing here. South here, we got some paratroop stuff. Needs finding some paratroops here, though. For Xandr. Took a bit of a while to get. Then we got another Panzer III for Havoc and the German army. 30 cal there, pinning down the Panzergrenadier. Panther III setting out. Both of the Chaffees I need repairs. Honestly, at this point, it may not be an entirely silly idea here for Xandr to consider some more engineers to expedite the repairs of his Chaffees faster here. Even on the south here, Panther III the Pathfinders by the southern points. 262 is 298 here. Xandr definitely looking to close the gap between the two commanders. Panther III racing forwards here, right at the Chaffee. Fixing up the Chafees here. Southern points being seized. Panzer III holding back further up north here. 30 cal there under German command, defending northern points. South here though, Panther III's going on the loose here. Pathfinder squad caught in a bad spot here, and Havoc scores one, leaving Xandr just without Pathfinders, just one paratrooper squad. He's actually replacing his Pathfinder losses. Thumbs up. I don't think most other players would have done that, you know. Nonetheless, interesting to see here from Xandr. He does tend to do, I think, some strategically interesting things there. Paratroopers moving forward here. Not enough munitions for any upgrades, partly because of all the air recons and, of course, all the carpet bombings. You know, those munitions gotta come from somewhere for those carpet bombings, and that comes from the paratroopers, you know, weapons budget.
We have Pathfinders awaiting orders.
Got fresh Pathfinders out here for Xandr. Maybe some more Chafees, though, of course, at this point, apart him, probably still should consider like taking out for something bigger. As for Havoc, what is next? Possibly more Panther IIIs. There, of course, is also the option, like, you know, trying to go for armored reserves, maybe some Stugs, maybe some Panzer IVs. Chaff's about to clash with the Panther IIIs. The lead Chaff there, straight to the two Panther IIIs. Immense damage suffered. There's the 50 caliber of 50 on the rounds there. Goes for the front line there. Go another Chaffee down here. Great kill for Havoc. Quad blow there. Two him, and we got a strafe run as well in the 30 cal here. Gonna catch in the bad spot here. Series of strafe there, almost taking out the entire 30 cal crew. A great strike there from Havoc. And another blow there to poor Xandr. Over to Havoc though, and the 10th Panzer Division. 5th Panzergrenadier Company.
A victory point is being taken from
Enforcing, lacking healing, and interesting enough, Havoc so far hasn't really bothered getting any, like, you know, replacements for that. Of course, I don't blame him for wanting to go for more Panzer 3s at this point, in particular since, you know, Xandr at this point has definitely shown quite the proclivity to just, you know, raiding his base and knocking out his ambulance, you know, like any true American. 30 cal there, there's the engineers. Obviously, they don't show that in the movies. I mean, you know, try imagine Saving Private Ryan, like, you know, they just spend 10 minutes of, like, just Tom Hanks gunning down German ambulances. Or through, you know, again, like, you know, Brad Pitt going up and, like, just firing into, like, you know, a convoy of German ambulances. Like, you know, I'm sure they, like, recorded, like, 20 minutes just that. But for some reason, you know, they at least got enough common sense to, like, prevent that from happening. Ambulance on the way there, though, for Havoc, finally. With 3 Panzers, he's probably feeling, like, confident he can protect his ambulances from, like, any Americans. Sarsad here, paratroopers, and 30 cals are pushing back the Panzergrenadier. There we go, we got another airdrop here. Likely another anti-tank gun here, though, considering where he's dropping it. Though, of course, more paratroopers would also be an idea here for him, but no, it is another anti-tank gun. Meanwhile here, more air reconnaissance again. He's just using it so consistently. I'm actually fairly impressed at that. Paratroopers, though, being hit by the Panther Fleece as Havoc comes in swinging here. Like an Italian chef who just overheard someone asking for ketchup to put onto his food at the restaurant. Anyways, anti-tank fight, the Panther Fleece pushing them back. Germans have slightly secured the center. Could consider some sandbags or some mines around here. Up north, Chaffee's in a reserve position. Pathfinder's 30 cals there, threatening the northern points here. As for Havoc, we got the ambulance there at the ready. South side, push forwards here. Xandr making a mistake here. Anti-tank moving forwards here. Maybe it was a misclick. Maybe it was a mess up. Either way, those anti-tank crew there gets immediately cut to ribbons here. And likely will either get destroyed or fall into German control here. Either way, both of those outcomes are what you definitely call terrible here for Xandr, and Havoc is relishing every moment of his Panther Fleece pushing forwards here. Striking forwards here with the full armoured might of the fatherland. The 30 cal crew there is in some deep, deep trouble here. Anti-tank to flank to the side armour here with the Panzerkampfwagen 3. And up north, we got the Chaffee backing up a Greyhound here, going for hard push up north. Machine guns being wrecked here. Quite the blow there to Havoc. Not a huge blow, but it is nonetheless a blow that will limit his effectiveness. We got more air reconnaissance. And note the way he's calling them in, I think he's not calling them the front line. He's calling them in like closest, like, you know, he imagines like most of Havoc's forces are. That way, he can always like predict where his paths are to actually be moving safely there. For example, like, you know, you can go for deeper flank against Havoc, for example, if he knows what's here. In this case, he now knows there's an isolated Panther 3 and an anti-tank gun. So there's actually some really clever usage there of air recons. There go, pack cleared out by the Greyhound. That said, one of the Chaffies took too much damage in here, forced to withdraw. But, you know, had this gone slightly better here for Xandr, this could have been a very bad moment for Havoc. But that was some really, like, I think, impressive air recon use. That he got more stuff being airdropped, more anti-tank guns being sent in from above here. Chaffies and Greyhounds need repairs. 30 cals of the Panzergrenadier. Panzers in need of repairs.
You are free to engage at will.
Wrecking the anti-tank gun.
Counterattack imminent.
Sehr good. Nothing further in Havoc's base as of yet. Do we have any upgrades, by the way? We do have veteran squads, obviously. We also got the military repair kits. No, we don't actually doesn't have the resources for it. So it's only veteran squads so far that Havoc has found the manpower to really like get. Though, of course, it is probably like one of the better ones you can get if you like got any number of infantrymen. Veteran squads is actually essential. Essential. And it doesn't have to be just Panzer grenades. Obviously, they benefit the most, but like pretty much all DAK infantry benefit from that upgrade nicely. Air recons again here. Xandr really paying premium air for intelligence. It's got parrots pushing forward here, casting the Panzer, you can see ace level. No machine gun in here for them. Grenades off as well here. Ooh. Nice grenade there. Could lose his Panzerjäger if he's not careful. And they're ace level 1s with that there. Almost got them here. Close call, close call. Can he manage it? Fritz is running. The south here. Mine goes off right in front of the tank. And this is horrible for Havoc. But this is an absolutely amazing moment there for Xandr. This could be an easy kill here on the Panther 3. And definitely the best kind of tank kill is the easy one. And there you go. Panzer 3 kaput. Great kill here for Xandr. Great kill. An absolute slap across the face here for Havoc, who's lining up the remaining Panther 3s. We've got another chapters moving forwards here. Almost got another Panther 3 here. This could be a double whammy here for Xandr. Double. No, it misses. He could have pursued with the other one. He's clearly concerned. Possibly a missed opportunity here. Perhaps he's going to go for it anyways. Yes, he's going to just switch the positions to the lead one that is not damaged will lead the way, drawing the fire weight along the island. No, he hits a mine. I think it was actually one of his own mines gets off there for that Panther 3. Still, could take out one of the Panther 3s. So there you go. Got it. Oh, he got the other Chaffee though. So Havoc kind of comes out ahead on this one, but not as much as you like it. Greyhound on the move again. We got 172 to 245 here. Xandr still behind Havoc in terms of victory points, but he is definitely fighting fervorously here. Panther 3's there, fresh arriving on the field. Others need repairs quite badly. And the Greyhound there, ace level, just absolutely destroying here Havoc's infantry and support weapon crews.
Look sharp, fellas. We're up.
Heading over to the Panzerjägers. Panzerjägers moving forwards here. Equipped to the brim there with all manner of guns. Panther 3 moving up, and we got a fresh Chaffee out here for Xandr. He's got the field for many, many more.
Ammunitions point is being attacked.
Panzer they're pursuing here. Chaffee with moving up. Greyhound withdrawing. Just so he can get off a clear shot here on the Panzergrenadier. Of course, you could also go for supply drop points with more munitions, maybe for the lap machines of those paratroopers, but also maybe just for another carpet bombing run. There we go, though. Have it down, leash of the power of the roof against the ground. Can't send to get out of the way. No, he didn't. He didn't quite, I think, pay attention to the art. They just sort of acted flexibly, minimizing his chance of actually dodging the Luftwaffe strafing around here. Scoring Hammer there, I think, a pretty crucial kill there. So that ace Greyhound was really just bleeding and dry. That was a very good kill here. Meanwhile, what is this? We got another Pack 30 out here for Havoc. Another Panzerabwehrkanone 38 in the center, though. Paratroopers trying to most of the way forwards here to take out the machine gun, but they're being met with intense fire here from that Pilford 30 cal there. Going to get met here with a grenade. Greyhound again here. Xandr clearly appreciating the power of the Greyhound. Meanwhile, on the south here, Panther leaning forwards. Minesweepers out there. Thumbs up.
Defend our victory point. We're losing it.
There you go. Another grand out here for Xandr. Chaffee remaining in need of repairs quite aggressively.
Enemy movement near a victory point.
But there you go. Greyhound straight into the Panther, and of course the Ace Panzerjäger see a good chance of losing if it's not careful. And saying they're going to go for a shot here. And Havoc almost lost his Panther Fee there. Close call. 172% in fact, now Xandr has a big lead over Havoc. Big and big, but you know, relatively big. So, of course, this adds pressure now to Havoc to like stabilize, push more for those victory points.
We're losing it.
That's what Xandr's playing next. Palmy's just getting more Chaffies. Air reconnaissance again. Very consistent use of that ability. Compared to that Veterans 1 with the M1 carbines. And we got here another 30 cal briefly being considered here by Xandr. Goes for it after all. I'm not entirely sure why I'd go for 30 cal here. At this point.
Enemy in control of all victory points.
Like, part of me would suggest like either more Pathfinders, more Paratroopers around the 30 cal, so you know, go for more Chaffies. I feel like the 30 cal here is definitely a choice I don't quite understand under current circumstances as much. Like, obviously, it's there to suppress infantry and whatnot, but I think under current circumstances, there are other larger threats that need to be dealt with. So, bit of fighting here across the entire center-north axis. South side, for at least a brief moment here, actually fairly quiet, as the north side is now just basically where most of the fighting is happening. Pathfinders there, though, absolutely finding a path here to the afterlife, courtesy of the German army. Going very Mr. Pathfinder. I know a shortcut. Greyhound there as the Panzer goes the 30 cal there, taking a devastating hit. We got more stuff being airdropped. Greyhound in the front of the pack 38, 30 cal there, keeps ripping away there. Nobody's got the cover training there. Ability. Guessing, yes, another entertainment here for Xandr. Heading for the northern point, we've got 89 versus 228. Like at this point, like, you know, who's in the lead in terms of break points going to change so quickly because they both got so few left. It of course means the margin of error becomes increasingly smaller and smaller. Grenade here on the 30 cal there, wipes it. Great hit here by Xandr. Another problem there for Havoc. 250 being withdrawn. Fresh Panther flees around to the front line here. Even as the counterattack here, entertain the shoots from a nice position there. Chaffee moving up here, engaging the Panther fleets. Engineers moving forwards here. Heavy damage being inflicted onto the Chaffee. We got 64% 28 here. Mortar fire out of Havoc as he's at this stage of the match actually going for mortar half-tracks. Oh, to Havoc here, thumbs up. That's definitely an interesting choice here. Like, see him go for the combat half-tracks research, then go for mortar half-tracks this late into the game. But mortar half-tracks are quite solid. Engineers still wiped out. 30 coming crewed here. Paratroopers on the job, ripping into Havoc's forces. He gets further and further pushed into the base here. We got 63 now. That's 122 here. Xandr is fighting ferociously, desperately here. Havoc, of course, with his back against the wall, is no less desperate. We got those Panzer moving forwards. Ground, they're moving in to try and halt the Panzer advance here. Firing its 30mm gun there. In the system with the 30 cal here to halt them. 30 cal leading the Panzerjäger, southern victory point open here, and we've got a straight from around the center cut against the ground, and the 30 cal, there we go, 30 cal crew gets eviscerated, shredded in a massive storm of bullets from above. Entertaining, there's a great shot there against the Panzer III there, pushing it back. Likely the Stukas they're firing would have likely been firing, you know, what would probably be equivalent to 50 caliber rounds there. As the dip mount, you know, they're an equivalent on the 50 caliber on a lot of the aircraft. That's a fun fact there. Of course, they would later upgrade to reserves further, and suddenly they had a lot of, like, just very large heavy machine guns they didn't have much of a use for. So they just try and refit them into, like, you know, heavy machine guns here and there. It's a fun fact. So how widely those were used, I don't actually know. It's sort of fun there, how a lot, like, you know, as the war progressed, like, a lot of, like, you know, outdated aircraft machine guns were, like, maybe repurposed into, like, light or heavy machine gun teams. Weapons there. Anyways, head finding around here. Xandr there, we got 92 to 63 there. We got a cover bombing run again. He goes for it, on the Pack 38 and a lot of supporting units here. I feel like, again, this should have been part of a bigger push here. Again, the problem the way he's doing it here, it gives Havoc more time to react. In a sense like this, when it comes to these things, it's kind of like a magician's trick. You want to provide something distracting, and then, of course, you know, you pull off the magician's trick, which is, in this case, the covered bombing run, while they're looking at whatever you're distracting them with. Typically, you know, attacking them. By doing it like this, it gives, you know, Havoc more easy time to just focus on the covered bombing run, and so you can just, you know, react to it more easily. Of course, that might be Xandr's intent, but I'd argue that isn't super efficient. But there you go. We got there. A massive flank here. Panther feed down here. Chaffee, though, gets knocked as well here. It's an absolute brutal boxing match here of steel and willpower. Tanks and armor cars are exploding. Massive craters are formed here. Paratroopers rushing at the center victory point down to one man. He's deploying smoke there by accident on the paratroopers. They actually kind of end up working out there for Xandr a bit. Slip up. Havoc definitely did not consider that option. Or perhaps just decided, what the hell, I'm going to take the risk. Or maybe just, you know, didn't think the smoke would cover just enough. Either way, though, he is forced off here. We got 66 versus 63. This match is definitely close here. Neither side giving the other one much ground here. More traffic moving forwards. And we got another Panzer III for Havoc. So many Panzers. Meanwhile, more Chaffies are being prepared, I imagine. Greyhound setting out. 66 versus 58.
You have orders?
Heading out with the Greyhound, the 30 cal there. Greyhound's about to get flanked the Panther III, or get flanked. Yep, he's not even paying attention now. I think there's so much going on. We got another airdrop here though for Xandr. 66 versus 49 here. Graham's about to get knocked by the Panzerkampfwagen. Kaput. 30 cal crowd in the center here against a motley assembly of German troops. More air reconnaissance, more airdropped anti-tank guns. So many anti-tank bombs have been airdropped here by Xandr now against Havoc. 42 versus 66 here. North there, cleared out the northern point here. Panzerpionier ran on the Panther V there. Probably by accident. Or perhaps he actually intended to flank up with the Panzerpionier. That'd be pretty cool. Mortar firing down the center here. Chaffee in trouble here. Another Chaffee down here. We've got 42-66 here. Things are starting to fall apart here for Xandr in the face of Havoc. He's slowly, I think, hitting that point of no return where he just can't affect the battle match here, as Havoc just slowly built up a large advantage in numerous ways, crucially numerical, but also like just experience-wise. Like in an Ace Panzer V, for example, it's going to be very difficult for the Chaffies to affect the match unless Havoc sudden, like, you know, suffers a sudden and unexplained, you know, loss of, like, you know, mental cognitive ability. 42 versus 60, 59.
Now under enemy control.
Reinforcing healing, 250 jumping to the front line here. Might be seeing another mortar take there from Havoc. Got 41 versus 59 here. Panther 3s with Panzer supporting Norfolk here for Havoc. 37 versus 59 here. The clock is ticking, and we finally got an upgrade for those paratroopers. There's bazookas, which honestly I was kind of expecting. It's just, you know, it took him quite a while to get there. The thing is obviously a little less ideal. Got the Panther V, and that was an Ace Panther V there. That's actually a bit of a slap across the face of a Havoc, but fortunately it's happening at such a late point, it doesn't really matter too much at this stage. We got a satchel charge here, sacrificing his paratroopers in a vain attempt here to take off a satchel charge and wipe the unit, but it just did not work out there for Xandr, and ends up being both waste of manpower and munitions at a time I really can't afford either of it. So that's a really good kill there for Havoc. Really good kill. At this point, I'd say Xandr's chance of winning this are looking severely limited. Not impossible necessarily, but odds of like pulling this off are very limited. We got more mortars plus the lance gun here. Havoc bringing up a immense amount of light artillery here now versus Xandr, which I think only adds further to the current predicament. South side here, we got the third council launch up from flank here against Havoc's southern front here, but with only 30 cals and lacking something a bit more punchy, it's obviously going to hit some significant issues. They're just going to get hit with like every piece of light artillery that Havoc has access to. And there you go, 30 cal taken out. Second one's about to get knocked out. We got more units being airdropped here. He's dropping in paratroopers here. Air reconnaissance. I think it's a last-ditch attempt here by Xandr to salvage something out of this.
We're down to 10 points.
9 points left. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. Oh, it's actually holding at 5 here. Close one. Paratroopers pushed off here. Yeah, at this point. Yeah, GG, well played. Game over. Quite an intense match with a lot of band forth in, quite a few carbon bombing runs. Xandr, I think at times was close, but a few tactical mishaps here. But I think also just not committing to like more infantry at some point. I think was also a bit of a slip there. I think had he had more troops out sooner, maybe some bazookas or light machines off those paratroopers, I think he long term would have been a stronger position. Maybe also losing, you know, fewer Chaffies at times, I think would also have been out there. But anyway, nice back and forth here between Havoc and Xandr. Some great plays here and some great moments. So I hope you enjoyed this match. I hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment. If you like the content I make and wish to support it, you can do so via Patreon or PayPal. Links in the description. Helps out immensely in making all these videos. So thank you all for joining in, and see you all tomorrow for another episode. Bye, everyone.